Hey everybody, welcome back to the Minus 20 podcast. I'm Jay, your GM, host of this game. We're playing Pathfinder 2nd edition and our campaign Vigilante. I'm here with Holly.
Hey Jay, I'm Holly. I play Seraphina.
So awkward. Come on now.
I'm here with John.
Hey, Jay. I play Marth.
I'm here with James.
Hello.
Do you play anybody in the game?
I do. I play Bill Pancho.
Hell and well met, Nate.
Hello. I play Shepherd, hacking and slashing my way through this game.
Like, oh my God, Diana's here.
I play Kira.
Just to point out, in case it's not obvious, none of us are voice actors.
Yeah.
Rude.
I try so
Yeah,
hard.
I thought we were pretty awesome, but I guess not.
Well, none of us are being paid to be
That's
voice
true.
actors.
We are doing this for free.
You're
For the
welcome.
love of the game.
Hit points reset. Everyone has one. I give out the extra hero point to John.
Hey!
For his, I usually give them out for your character's emotional distress. John gets one for that.
I did have some emotional distress.
Hooray!
And Jay meant hero points, not hit points.
Oh, did I
We
say
don't
hit
have
points?
one hit point.
Oh God, yeah. Hero points. Hero points. Everyone has one hero point.
What a bad room to be in with one hero or hit point.
One hit point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quick, what I got wrong. Troop rules again. I promise you a second half. Here they are. We covered it also in the episode when Nate corrected me again. But
Sorry.
troops can rout. They do have morale checks. They have a morale check in one of the following two conditions. Either its leader is knocked out, like what happened with UT and the Hammers, or the troop reduces from one hit point threshold to another. Every time you remove a token, the troop must take a morale check, which we did not do during that entire episode. So if they succeed or fail, they become frightened. If they critically fail, the troop runs away. One other thing I should mention, there's a second troop rule I messed up. I said when the troop loses a segment, the troop owner chooses which segment's taken away. Wrong. The player or creature who caused the damage that caused the loss of the token decides which token is removed. Not the troop owner. Did that wrong.
This is where we learn that Shep's last name is Well Actually.
Yeah. Shep was
and-
all over these rules. Thank you, Nate.
In a game that emphasizes the rules, I just want to understand them.
I think you're the only one that reads them. All right. Enough chit chat. Let's get back into it. You guys were, I don't want to say bad place, but it's a bad place. You're in an enormous cavernous chamber filled of awakening Akata cocoons.
Welp.
What do? The only clue you have is salt water. I've got plans for this. So I'm going to turn this into a kind of skill challenge mini game. But before that, I'm suggesting things for you, but you probably would want to know as much as possible about this situation. Is that correct? Am I?
Mm-hmm.
So you're looking around sort of in horror, right? Because you know you can kill a single Akata, but 10,000? And what would 10,000 Akata do to the 7th ward, right? It would kill and infect every living person in your ward.
Guess we're moving to Tillerton, guys.
So I guess I'll ask for a series of skill checks, and I'll give you information based on the results of these rolls. So let's start with an occultism check.
Do we all have to roll or just
Anyone
people
who
are-
wants to roll it can roll it.
I am untrained in
We're doing all these
occultism.
blind, right?
Yeah, I'm not trained in
Nope,
it.
you do them out in the open. Is anyone trained in occultism?
I
I
am.
am.
All right, we got a couple successes already. Marth and Kira look around. You do some quick calculation. You've encountered these cocoons before, and you even saw some of them waken. A couple of things you remember from that initial encounter with the Akata in the sewer way back in probably like Ep 2 or 3 is that I believe Shep attacked them with fire, and fire seemed to actually vigorously awaken them. So you know fire is out.
Okay.
A second thing you remember is that they also seem to, in fact, you kind of confirm this by moving closer, maybe to the walls where some cocoons are. They seem to react to your presence. The closer you get to them, the more they stir around. But you look around and you remember like how they were moving before when they awoke. You feel like this one is very slow, almost like a concerted awakening. Some of them are much further, like occasional one you spot. It's much further along. And that explains why they've been coming out in dribs and drabs. But you think you have about 48 hours.
They're fairly resistant to melee damage too, right?
That's correct. Yeah, you know that their shells were hard, and it would take quite a bit to destroy even one cocoon. All right, so that's the first thing. You think you have 48 hours. You've got limited. You're on a countdown clock. Give me a nature check, or I'll take a society check as well.
I was going to do society.
Do either of those either.
Me either.
Rolled a 12 for a 24.
Nice. Kira, you nail this check. So does Vendetta Verde and Marth. You look around at the structure. You realize that, well, on first glance, it appears to be natural. I think I mentioned this. I hinted at this before. It does appear to be constructed by some kind of intelligence. Basically, this was a dome built for this hive. Now, all the rock outcroppings and the fissures and stuff reveals that this is an ancient structure, millennia, not hundreds of years old. These creatures have been here for thousands of years.
Do I know with my society check and kind of figuring where we came down through, do I have an idea of what's above us in the city?
Yeah,
Like
I would say with that society check, you could pinpoint it. In fact, I'm trying to think what would be the appropriate check for this, like crafting or some kind of engineering lore or something like that. Does anyone have crafting?
Yeah.
I am trained in crafting.
Yeah, give me crafting checks. You guys are rolling like
less
rocks. This is great.
I rolled a 2.
I can give you all the information.
I also rolled a 2.
2 buddies.
Both Warden and Vendetta Verde look up. You realize that the height of this cavern, you would suspect that it nearly touches the surface, and you could probably find in the city where this is. So it is possible you could break down into this area. However, it's risky, right? Because vigorous activity may awaken Somikata. With that crafting check, too, we've already touched on this, but you examine the cocoons. They are difficult to break. Each cocoon has an AC of 18, a hardness of 9, 40 hit points, and a broken threshold of 18. And it has resistance 5 to magical sources. So coming down here and bashing them one by one is
Not going to happen.
it'll take years to do each one, if you had years, which you don't. You have 48 hours. There are bits and pieces of the cocoons laying on the ground from some of the Akata that already woke up, like around your feet. Does anyone have salt? We'll say that probably Shep has some salt packets in his pocket, right? Along with the ketchup packets, which you make soup with.
From
right?
Fantasy McDonald's.
From Fantasy McDonald's. Maybe you mix a little and with your water and pour it over the shell. The shell dissolves
Oh,
as soon as you pour the salt water over it.
we got to fill this cavern with salt water.
Do we know what part of the city's above it?
Triangle Square.
Yeah, it's probably Triangle Square.
And we have a river, but we're not
Yeah.
near
Probably
the
fresh
ocean.
water, yeah.
I would take another society or crafting check.
We're kind of near the ocean. There are docks. Not in our ward, but
You are a long way from the ocean, probably a 3-day
8 for
trip on
20.
the river. 20 is enough. Crafting,
22.
22 crafting from. So Kira and Serafina both remember this. Living in the 7th Ward of Hammer City, you would know that there are 2 businesses above the surface that have a lot of salt. One is the foundry. Its byproduct is smelting iron. The slag contains a lot of terrible mercury and heavy metals, but also quite a bit of salt. It usually comes in a powdery form, so you'd have to mix it with water, but there are tons and tons of this material up above. The second industry that's close by is tanning. The tanneries in the slaughterhouse district just outside the ward. In order to treat the hides, they have to soak in these pits full of a substance which includes salt. The hides are salted and stripped of the fat and the meat on them through this process. Those pools are toxic pools of salt. Those are filled with water. So there is enough salt in the tannery pools in the 7th Ward, or I can't remember which ward is where the slaughterhouses are. I think it may be the 8th or the 9th. It's the one right adjacent to it on the river. Those would contain enough salt.
How close are those to the Triangle Square?
The foundry is in the 7th Ward, but is sort of south of the ward. You would have to find some way to get the water, to get the slag from the foundry to the hive in enough tonnage mixed with water to spray on these creatures.
Do we have a sense of how are these things getting out and getting to the surface? Like, can they tunnel through stuff? Can they dig? And how many
They're using the door, Serafina.
Yeah.
how many entrances and exits to this chamber
Yeah,
are
like,
there?
if we block off this door, is that going
Yeah.
to...
Right. Keep them down below.
If we get a druid down here to stone shape or something.
Yeah. You don't even need to make a check. There are fissures all over this place.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Are any of them leaking water?
Not that you can see.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you've got water in the river. You've got slag, and you've got water in the tanning pools with Salt and Marty. So, yeah, the tanneries are much further than the foundry. The foundry's probably quarter mile, maybe a little bit more from where the hive is. And then the tanneries are further still, probably twice that distance.
So when we had the arsonist going around, how were we putting out those fires?
They had the little bucket brigades at the wells in town. There's some, as you know, every map of mine has a well in it.
Mm-hmm.
So there are public wells around.
Yeah, because isn't there a well like right in the middle of Triangle Square?
Yeah, there'll be a well there too. But yeah, they must be separate from the chamber somehow. I didn't think too much about geology.
I was like,
Yeah.
we're below it, and the well is below.
We'll ignore that uncomfortable fact. So before we get any further, you've got all this information. You know the scale of the problem. You have some solutions. You don't yet have connected the solution to the problem yet. I'm going to start a kind of mini game on a countdown timer. This is the way it's going to work. We're going to break the 48 hours down into 10 segments, about 4 or 5 hours each. During each segment, each one of you can do an action. Not a single thing, but you can, I don't know, you can tell me kind of what you would like to do during that segment, and it'll be propose a skill check to roll for it.
Damn it, Jay, I'm a midwife. I'm not a civil engineer.
Well, maybe you could think of how to use your medicinal skills to your advantage somehow. Clearly, you're not going to be able to do this on your own.
Okay, I'll go to the shadow circle, guys. I will be right back, I promise. I won't sign any paperwork.
All right, so you have 10 segments of time, about 4 or 5 hours each. Second, the hive, I'm going to say, consists of 20 clusters. When you attempt to destroy a cluster, you'll make a check based on a DC I set. And if you succeed, you destroy 2 of them. And if you critically succeed, you destroy 3. What I will say, and if you fail, nothing happens. And if you critically fail, something bad will happen. Either the countdown timer will go down, or there'll be some kind of event that will cause penalties on subsequent checks, that kind of thing. Initially, right now, the DC for destroying a single cluster is out of your reach, like 35. So really what you're thinking about in this mini game is how do you bring that DC down, and how do you do a destroy a cluster check so that the DC is low and you can destroy a bunch of them. The kind of actions, pretty much it's up to you what you do with the action. Use your imagination and creativity, right? I will set the DC based on, what kind of action you're taking, and I think I judge how feasible it is. We can negotiate the DC. You make the roll. If you succeed, something good happens. If you critically succeed, something better happens. We'll improv it. Same with a fail and critically fail. Think of critical fails as, speeding time. If you do something and you fail near the hive, likely it'll be a tick on the countdown clock. If you critically fail away from the hive, it'll probably involve penalties or distractions or wasted actions. For example, if you want a civil engineer project to design like a system that brings the water, like a tube system, that would be a crafting check, something like that. Clear thing is you're going to need help. So there's going to be probably some social checks. You've got an emergency situation going above ground. When you get to the surface, the Akata are still going to be running around the streets. And you'll start with a -1 penalty to all your checks until the Akata are taken care of.
How much Akata are we talking on the streets?
I don't know.
Like, are
probably
we going to need help getting rid of them?
when it comes time to get rid of the Akata, if you want to use your actions on that, we can discuss the details. So, you could be like, I'm going to do an action where I round up the people, and then Shep's like, I'm going to do an action to destroy the Akata. And I'm like, okay, you get a +2 bonus because the people are rounded up, that kind of thing, right? You see what I mean? So the actions will influence other actions, and all of that stuff. Sound. I mean, it's not clear. We're in like no rules area and no clear definition, but I think it should be fun. I see some people's gears are already churning on what you can do. So let's return back to the cavern, to the Akata. And you probably discuss the information that you've learned, which we revealed kind of at the beginning of the segment. That it's very difficult to kill them, that salt water will dissolve them, that Kira tells the group where salt is located. And I should also say that if you don't sleep, you will become exhausted. You'll take penalties.
What time is it now?
It's about, I think I have like 11 a.m. So you have 2 days from 11 a.m. So you have plenty of time this day before you need to sleep. And the fatigue won't hit until probably like 6 a.m. the next morning if you stay up all night. Or you could spend 2 actions sleeping, right? 2 countdown timers to recover from your fatigue.
Bo, you know how you can use pressure to like poo out your seeds?
What?
Can you?
I have never pooed.
Well,
What?
when you like your seeds come out from pressure, can you do that with water and like spray
Juice? Salty grape
and
juice.
like get the ones that are higher up? Can you only shoot seeds or could you shoot salt water?
No, I have water seeds I could shoot.
Oh, do they splash?
Yes.
Okay.
It'll just take me a little bit of time to make them.
I wonder if we shoot the top ones, if any of the water will drip down and hit multiple ones. But if it doesn't disintegrate, it might wake them up. I'm just brainstorming here.
All right, so go.
All right. Well, first, can I just clarify that I have this right? So the foundry has the dry slag salt stuff, right?
Yes.
And
And the tanning has the wet.
And tanning has the stuff in water. And the foundry is about a quarter of a mile, and it's in the 7th ward, and the tannery is like half a mile, and it's in 8th or 9th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so the obvious first step, I am a community organizer. So I would be organizing the community. I'd be trying to get together people, kind of the, hey, emergency meeting, we need all hands on deck. If I can't get everybody in one place, I would go to, the different important ones like the tavern or the businesses. Obviously, like getting the foundry and the tanners involved would be good, but that's my main thing for the day is going to be getting the message across to the community.
All right.
Marth, can you commandeer those supplies from those businesses on behalf of the city? Do you have any clout for speaking on behalf of Boss Hatchet?
I'm not sure. Also, I think if I mention that I'm speaking on behalf of Boss Hatchet, there's going to be questions about Boss Hatchet that are going to be time-consuming to go into right now.
Well,
if push comes to shove, then that's what we'll do. But I think that we can probably get voluntary usage from people when we say there's thousands of these things ready to hatch.
I've treated a lot of people from the foundry. A lot of the wives have delivered their babies. I can go and try to convince them to help us bring some of the salt.
I think I should maybe help fight some of the Akata. I mean, that might free up more people to help, but if they're fighting the Akata, they can't help.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go back to the aid station and make sure that I can heal whoever's been hurt in these raids. Direct any able-bodied people to the square. Rally there.
I'll use my climbing to kind of go into the fissures to try to find the closest possible path between where we are and to the surface or a water source.
Oh, that's great. Okay. I think I have a good line on what everyone's doing, except for John. I think yours is too broad. So what I would suggest is you organize the people towards one goal. So do you want them to help out with the fighting? Do you want them to help out with salt, the gather? Do you want to go to the business owners and
that's where I want it to eventually go. I feel like we don't have a great set plan yet. So my envisioning was more the getting everybody mobilized to act.
If you succeed, you're going to get a bonus, but it's going to be towards another ensuing specific action. Does that make sense?
Yes. I don't know how to say it because it was the the biggest thing that I wanted to do is make sure that I had everybody at the ready. But if
Here's
we
what I'll
wanted
do.
it to go,
Here's what I'll do. That makes sense. So what I'll say is, if you succeed on that, the other folks who are making people checks will get a bonus.
You're collecting people essentially saying, we're having a meeting to go over all this so I can tell all of you at the same time.
Yeah, like-
and then
we've got this emergency, all hands on deck. We're going to have to figure out a plan of action here.
Well, and is anybody working on how we might get water down there?
after I start fighting Akata.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll start with VV, since you're the closest. What you're doing is the closest. So there's a couple of things. You're going to be climbing up among these things, so you have to move very carefully.
Yep.
The second thing is you're climbing, so it's athletics. So are you using athletics or stealth on the skill check? So you can use either one. Athletics, okay. So I'm going to set the DC at an 18. If you succeed, you will find a fissure that leads to the surface. If you critically succeed, I don't know, maybe I'll make the 11 instead of 10, right? 10 segments. 23.
And then, do I get my Leshy when I climb? I critically succeed when I succeed.
Oh.
Dude, that's sneaky. Sure.
Yeah.
But in
See, I feel
penance,
like a 23 is pretty high anyway.
penance, you have to describe to me the fissure, and you're discovering the surface and where it is.
Yeah, I'm definitely like climbing up and like, oh, God. So and just kind of weaving as much as I can through all the different cocoons, and as I kind of go into there, I'm like making like the smallest little noises to try to see where it rings out, and then if I find like the deepest fissure, that's when I kind of go in and start seeing just how close does it get to the surface, and kind of use the butt of my gun to kind of do a little bit of a rattling.
And where do you come up?
Oh, I thought you would tell me that.
No, you tell me.
Okay.
Come right out of the well.
Yeah, I'm like, surprisingly, all this
It's a
water
well.
just no.
yeah.
I think for thematics and fun, I start hearing things as I start getting closer, and I'm like, is that my shop? What is going on here? So I think in the town square, like next to my shop.
Okay. That's awesome. All right. The rest of you come to the surface. It is chaos. People are running this way and that. There are bodies in the street. There are Akata loping off in the background. We'll start with Marth. You start rushing at people, grabbing them. Stop, calm down. We've got it,
But we're doing this in our regular personas, right? Not in our...
I am.
You're doing it as Marth.
I would
Yes.
be too.
Okay. As Marth also?
Yes, as Martha.
Disguise check.
Give me, I would say, a diplomacy check. Seems like the one to make here. We'll also make this a DC 18.
Yeah, the scary death lady is not going to convince anyone at the foundry that she's delivered any of their babies. So,
Or, you guys are the Vigilant, right?
right?
So,
Okay.
Yeah,
There are cases where that would work very well for me. I think in this particular one, Marth is more useful than Ghost. And I rolled, I don't know what I rolled, but I got a 21.
I'm going to put a -1 penalty on that because the Akata are attacking. However, that's a 20. It's still a success. What that means is anybody rolling on organizing people this round gets a +1 to their checks, negating that Akata penalty. So we will go to the Warden next.
He will stay in his warden persona, and he'll rush towards the clinic. And I assume people are gathering who've been wounded, and he'll just triage. He'll try to find the people that he thinks he can save, and he'll start directing people who are in good enough condition to go rally at the square.
What are you having them rally for? What task are you assigning them?
Great question.
Get back out and fight. I healed you.
Get out
No,
of town if we fail, this is bad.
yeah, he would probably direct them to the square together. This is just a rally point. I would assume. Did Marth say where he was sending people?
Yeah, sure. He's probably around Triangle Square, wherever people are gathering, running up and down the streets.
Yeah, Shep would just try to
Remember,
direct
this
them.
is 4 to 5 hours, so he could get, over quite a bit of territory.
Yeah, he'd direct them to wherever Martha's organizing to dispatch however you see fit.
But I do need some kind of task, what you're telling them to do, because that'll influence what bonuses you'll get from this.
We have asked them to fight before, and they declined. So I'm not going to ask them to fight. Maybe even go back out there, find other people who can't get here, who need the help, and bring them. Makeshift stretchers, firemen's carry, whatever they have to do to get wounded people here. And if they can't find anyone else, to rally at the square for Marth to give them direction.
I'll say that you give them...
Directive would be help.
You can have a +1 bonus to any one ensuing action that involves people of your choice. So give me that medicine check, and we'll make it +2 if you crit.
11 on the die for 21.
And because of your bonus from Marth, that stays at 21. So on any subsequent check involving people of your choice, that will get a +1 bonus.
Excellent.
We go to Seraphina. What is it you're trying to do exactly?
I'm trying to get the foundry workers to help with figuring out a way to get this salt slag to closer to the cavern and or someplace where the water is that we can mix it with the water before it goes down the fissure into the cavern. So I'm going as Seraphina because they know me. The foundry workers know me. And since Marth is talking to people as himself, I would say, Marth figured something out about these Akata. Here's what we need. Can you all join together to help me get, move this salt?
So you rush down to the foundry and you see that the workers are kind of huddling in a defensive position inside of the foundry. And you rush up and you're like, we need the salt, we need the slag. Da, da, da. And the workers say, we'll have to ask the plant foreman. And this dwarf comes out, kind of a sour expression. And he's like, hello. And are you you're doing a Seraphina, not as Angel of Death?
Yeah.
What's going on here?
He doesn't happen to be the father of the baby that Kira and I delivered.
No.
The uncle, the grandpa.
No plant foreman would have his family in the,
in the tenements.
In the tenements, yeah.
But do I know him?
I'm not sure. Yeah, you want to use the equipment, but who's going to be responsible for that? So I'm going to need you to make me a diplomacy check.
Okay.
To see if you can get through to this guy what you actually need. We'll make this a 18 check as well.
22.
So this one would get the negative. So we'll call it 21, which is still a success. And you explain to him, no, I'm just interested in the slag. Oh, the slag.
Don't people have to shovel it onto a wagon or something? I mean,
yeah, you have to dispose of it anyway. So yeah, take all you want. No problem. So that is a success. You have access to the slab and the workers will help you in a sense. You can take it.
Okay.
Cool. And I think that's it for round 1, right?
I was attacking the.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Sorry. That's the most important one. Okay. Kira, you start, shooting with your arrow at these creatures. You see bits and pieces of resistance. Maybe some town guardsmen, maybe some former axes. So this check will both see how well you kill these creatures, but also how many people will help you. What I'll say with this is a difficult task. There are dozens, if not hundreds, of Akata still running out, plus some of the void zombies. So if you succeed, you'll take care of half the problem. You'll have to spend another action next segment to clear it up. If you critically succeed, you take care of it all because you've rallied enough people and you've created like a little battalion of fighters. This is going to be a simple strike action against the AC of the Akata. So you can use your devise a stratagem if you want for your roll. If you roll it, you have to use it though. So the AC of an Akata is 16.
Okay. I rolled a 19. So I'll use it.
What's your intelligence modifier?
My intelligence modifier is
so smart.
+4,
+4,
and then
so
it's
that
a
makes it
+8 to hit. So it would make it a 29.
That is a critical hit.
Well done.
I'm in my alter ego too.
You're in
Going full Legolas.
witness form?
Yeah.
Witness. Yeah, so the witness rounds up and you find a couple of town's guardsmen. There's a sergeant, Jorn Pike, who's rallied maybe a half dozen town guardsmen around him, and they're sort of surrounded by Akata, and you rush up and pierce 2 through the neck, and they fall dead at his feet.
And I'm telling him things like, no, don't use fire. Use salt water, obviously.
He's like, I'm in, follow her. Let's go. And he, you guys are patrolling through the streets, striking these Akata down, and more people join you. Enough so that after 4 or 5 hours to kill most of the Akata and the void zombies that are rising. They're still rising occasionally, but it's not going to cause you guys any immediate penalty right now. So we now can erase that Akata penalty.
Woohoo.
All right, so the first segment is over. We go to segment 2. So that takes from about 11 when we started in the morning to about 4 in the afternoon. Segment 2. And you've extended the segment, so you're back down to 10. This is evening, maybe late afternoon, we'll say 4 to 9. You've found a source of salt. You know where the fissure is that leads down to the cavern. You have some support of people, and you've cleared the city of Akata. Let's go around the table. What do you do for your next action?
Okay, this is kind of unconventional, but
Yes.
can I... So it's evening.
Yeah.
Can I find a quiet spot and sort of meditate, pray, tap into the connection with Pharasma and make a plea to her, because I may not know much about her yet, but I kind of get the sense that zombies are not her jam. So can I ask for assistance from her in some way to help us defeat this threat?
Is defiling the dead one of Pharasma's anathemas?
I know, permitting creation of undead or things like that is...
Yeah, create undead. These are the anathemas. Create undead, desecrate a corpse, take from the dead in bad faith.
Okay, that sounds like a threefer right there. Like a trifecta.
Yep. Yeah, I'd allow a religion check. Now, if you succeed, I'll give you a +1 bonus you can add to any action in the game in the rest of this campaign. If you critically succeed, not campaign, but
was like,
this
wow.
mini game, if you critically succeed, you have a permanent +1 to all your checks.
Okay.
So I need a religion check. I'm going to make this a little bit harder.
My religion is not that great, surprisingly.
Oh,
but
what do you usually use to commune with your goddess?
she's always come to me, so...
But you use...
I mean, I'm trained in religion.
Right, you use religion for your spellcasting and everything.
No,
right?
charisma.
Oh, okay. In that case, let's use your spellcasting modifier. In fact, I will allow you to use your spell attack bonus on this check as opposed to just a straight up charisma check.
Okay, so that's the plus number at the top of my...
Yeah.
Next to my spell DC.
Right.
Okay.
We'll say this is a DC 20.
Okay. Oh, I'm going to use a hero point because that was a 1.
Yikes.
Natural 1, critical fail, yeah.
Well, it can't get worse.
Marasma's just like, dog.
I'm
Okay,
busy.
14 for a 23.
All right, that's a success. So on any check in the rest of this campaign, this mini game, you get a +1. It can stack with other bonuses too.
Nice.
So save your bonus wisely.
And now I have no hero point for the rest of the next 4 episodes.
Yeah, crit fail on this might be bad though.
Yeah.
Just earn inspiration.
It's like, who the heck do you think you are talking to me?
What's Marth doing?
Okay. If no one else has come up with any civil engineering type ideas, then I think what I would do is try to organize everybody into basically the different bucket brigades of the okay, we know that we have wells here, 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 here. I need this section of people to go to that well and start bringing water, this section to bring from there. And there'd be one section that I would have for the I need containers. That would mainly be, I'm assuming, the business owners around Triangle Square.
Yeah.
Or the hey guys, I know that you have to have pots, barrels, some kind of thing, anything that we can start gathering this water with.
All right, I will let you choose one of the two. So you can either create barrel brigades or find enough containers.
I'm going to prioritize the bucket brigade, but I need there to be at least some containers, because otherwise I can't do the Sorcerer's Apprentice where they're just dumping the water out onto the ground.
Well, what I'll say is if you succeed, there's a bucket brigade available so that when someone does an action to bring the water someplace, then it'll happen.
Okay.
Can I help?
You want to aid as your action?
Yeah, I was planning on using my athletics for the next roll. Again, I'm going to stay in the warden's form, and I would grab like wheelbarrows, literally like anything that will contain water. And I'm not trying to motivate anyone. I'm just trying to lead by example by lifting heavy things of water and carting it.
Well, in that case, maybe you should work together. Marth rounds up the containers and Shepard starts bringing the water.
Are there any empty casks or barrels at the bottle shop? You know,
Oh, yeah, there would be plenty.
Yeah, it would literally be anything watertight. And Shep would grab something big.
So why don't we start with, is that cool with you, John?
Did you have something in mind, James?
This fails, I have a plan.
Okay. Because, like, my thought then could have been, like, if we had you as the business person getting the containers, and I can do the organizing of the people into teams, and Shep can be literally, like, running, like, the teams out, setting the example.
I'd like to, instead of having 3 separate actions to do this, I want to narrow it down to 2. Right? Does that make sense? So, got the containers, bucket brigades bring the water.
Okay.
So I want to help you.
Sure.
Yeah.
So then what am I'm rolling
Diplomacy.
for diplomacy for the containers?
Yeah.
Okay.
This will be a DC 18, pretty easy. And you get I think we'll give you a +1 because you rallied the people around. So,
Hooray.
yeah, you've organized, right? Everyone is kind of running up to you. What now? What now?
22 plus 1 to make it 23.
That is a success. So the containers start piling. And I assume Vivi could point out where.
Yeah, I would have like 5 at my shop, but if we talked, I'd be like, no, go over to the bartender that hates us. And he'll have a lot more. Because I would have dropped all of the stuff off at the different bars around town.
Now we go to Shep. You can make an athletics check to, and Mars already got the people round up. You can make an athletics check to sort of organize the bringing of the water to these containers near the bottle shop.
Yeah, and he's not really going to say anything. He's just going to lead by example. And again, he's doing it in his vigilante form. So he is visible to people. And hopefully that helps.
Yeah, no, it's good. People are excited to, are working with a vigilant.
20.
That's a success. So the bucket brigades comes, the water gets brought to the containers. We got 2 people left in this round. Who wants to go next?
I can go next. So I'm going to keep on climbing this time now that I know kind of where I came up and I know where the well is. I'm going to try to find a second fissure with the attempt that I would break into where the well is. So we've got some source of water, but if it wasn't enough because it's a big cavern, I would like to have like another source of water so like we can get it in. Potentially we can load up at least my fissure with like salt. That way it kind of mixes through.
I see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's do, so this is more of like a geology question here. I'm going to say nature or survival for this check. And we'll set it again as a DC 18.
Ooh, net 1. We're going to definitely use the hero point then.
All right.
We used up all our 20s.
Another hero point bites the dust.
Well, worth it. Oh, wait, that's a 5. Sorry. I looked on my screen like a 15. So 10.
10, which is
can't find a good spot.
Not a critical failure. So nothing happens out of it, right? Okay. That leaves us with Kira. What is Kira doing now?
Can I recall knowledge
Okay.
and see if I know of any magic that would control water? Like, am I aware that there's magic that could control water?
Sure. Yes. Give me an Arcana check.
I'm going to use my hero point. Oh, 12
Oh,
and
no.
12.
12 is a fail. You think maybe that magicians have learned how to control it, but you can't remember any particular spells, and you're not sure, was it the wizards who did it or the druids? Or the druids make sense, but maybe it was the witches. I don't remember.
Is
who
that my
did it.
whole action for the
It
floor?
is.
Okay.
Yep. We go to segment 3 out of 11. This is night, so from 9 until 1 p.m.
AM?
a.m. Excuse me, a.m. Thank you, John.
I mean, if we're really, really tired, I've had days I've slept from 9 p.m. to 1 p.m.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Anyone want to go first?
Sure. If we're getting the supplies together, we still have the issue of distributing it. So I think what Marth would do is he would gather up the different construction and engineering type people that he knows from, the school obviously, but just the Boss Hatchet world in general. And I would basically task them with I need some way to like distribute this water, preferably like spraying it on the wall or like whatever we can do to make it happen. Help give me ideas for what we can do. Get back to me in the morning so that then I could actually rest also.
So I have a proposition for you.
Uh-huh.
You can do one of two things I think would be good. One is do a diplomacy check, and it would get a bonus on a subsequent crafting check to see if you can do it. Or you can roll the crafting check now. I don't know what your DCs are.
Diplomacy, I have a +9, and I'm trained in. And crafting, I'm untrained and have a +2. Hence why I was going to the guys that know how to do it.
All right. So what I'll say is, make me a diplomacy check. And if anyone wants to do a subsequent crafting check after this to find a way to spray the water to make it more effective, they'll get a bonus on that check.
Okay.
So +1 bonus if you succeed, +2 bonus if you critically succeed.
So it comes out to a 17, but I'm going to use a hero point.
All right.
How about a 24?
That is a success.
Nice.
So in order to design this engineering thing, a crafting check, whoever takes on that action will get a +1 bonus to that roll.
Hooray.
All right. Who's next?
I'm going to sleep.
Kira's going to sleep.
So
Kids.
I battled all day.
the teenager. Is the thinking that we're going to put this all in from above through the fissures, or that we're somehow like we're going to go through the door and spray it from the floor area?
How big is the fissure?
Hey, how big is the fissure?
Based on your role, I would say, people could squeeze down, but in small numbers through the fissure, but you could put down a hose or something there.
So maybe we want to seal off the door as much as possible so to contain the water.
Oh, good one, yeah.
There are a lot of fissures. Are we worried this thing's just going to drain? We're not filling this huge cavern.
No, you're not going to fill you have to somehow get the water on
You
it.
have to spray the stuff on the dome.
So I think John's right. John's on that track to engineer a solution for that.
I can help
Invent
craft.
the sprinkler.
Exactly.
If I were to hit a well that actually started pouring a well's worth of water in, how far would that fill if we were able to dam it up on the bottom?
Say that question again.
So I'm looking right now to basically break into where the well is sourcing from.
Right.
How much could we actually start filling this thing up if we were able to start kind of blocking any entrances?
You probably wouldn't be able to because of the fissured and ancient nature of this cavern, which has changed geologically over time. What I'll say, though, is if you do that, you won't have to transport the water that's currently being filled up in the container somehow you could somehow start with your source of water in the cavern.
Got it.
So it might save you an action.
Can't we literally make a sprinkler and lower it with a rope
Yeah,
and then raise it back up and lower it and let it keep
Yeah, if you've got a...
poke holes in a big round thing and all the water's feeding into the round thing?
you had a bunch of engineers here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Can I use my action to make that crafting check with them?
Yes.
I will use cobble together, which is the appropriate action, I think, to put something together. I assume you guys just came up with the formula for this thing with the engineers. So he's just going to help craft whatever this is. And if people need to dump water into a tank that's connected to like a hose that we can bring down there for him to firefight or whatever it may look like, I'm not sure. But
So this is for the spray system. Yeah, you sit down with the engineers whose Marth has gathered and, the warden's there and you probably, all right, give it to me. What do we got here? Like the disaster movie montage. So yeah, I would take a crafting check. You get a +1 check to this. And with your cobble together, I'll give you another +1. So go ahead and make this
and
check.
since it's people, would it be another +1?
Oh yeah. So +3 altogether. DC is 18.
excellent. That will help a lot. Thank you all. So +9 total. I will use my hero point because I rolled a 3.
Gosh, how many people have... I think you have 1 hero point left, but everyone else will have used theirs. Yeah.
I'll tap out now.
TPK.
That was a 12. Even with the 3. Oh, you added the 3.
Yep.
So the 12 with the 3.
I believe this is higher. Ugh. 13.
One high.
It is higher.
So that's a fail. Not a critical fail. So you guys haven't come up with a solution yet.
Gotcha.
You've tried to make the hose spray thing, but it kind of just gloops out. You don't have enough pressure on the water, perhaps.
Seeing that fail, what I'll do is start trying to set up like a lead climb system so like we can get high enough up once we do have this system. So I'll just be climbing up the walls and kind of setting up places so we can get strategically where we need to be.
Oh, you mean down below in the chamber?
So in this chamber.
Okay. Give me a crafting check as well.
I figured this would be athletics to get in the place. It's a climbing.
But you're building a structure, yeah?
No, like when you do a pinion, like on a lead climb,
Oh,
you literally
yeah.
just
Okay,
take the
sure.
device and screw it in.
Okay, yeah, I would give you athletics for that. I was imagining you're creating some kind of like, what do you call it, the scaffolding system.
Oh, no, definitely lead climb.
Okay.
Do we have climbing kits in this game?
Yes.
Oh, there are. What are you going to need the
Finally,
rope for?
a good roll.
Yeah, 26.
All right, that is a succeed.
And critical because I'm climbing.
Critical success. Oh boy. What will I do for this? I'd say a +2 bonus on any attempt to destroy a cluster using the spray system.
Yep.
Nice. And that leaves us with Serafina.
I think I'm going to sleep.
That's segment 3. We are down to 8 segments. All right, this is the 1 o'clock in the morning to dawn. So 1 to 6. Segment 4.
And so we have to use 2 segments to get a long rest, right?
That's correct,
Is that
yeah.
what you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to say that
again.
Kira and Serafina are sleeping.
Yeah.
Okay. What about the rest of you?
Martha's sleeping.
Marth sleeps. Marth turns in. BV.
So all the ones up top have been taken care of, right?
Okay, you have water and buckets and stuff, but you don't have any means to get them down below or to spray it on yet. Shep was working on with the engineers to build the spray system.
I'm talking about the Akata. We've taken care of.
Oh, the Akata are gone. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just
yeah.
want to make sure that was.
I thought you meant all the tasks above ground.
Got it. Come back to me.
Shep, you want to try that engineering check again?
I guess you would have to because it's not time to actually climb down there and use it yet.
Yeah. So crafting again, another +3 because of all the bonuses still apply to that check.
Oh, I hit the
Oh,
wall.
man.
Yeah, five on the die for 14.
14. That is a fail.
He's going to abandon this going forward. He'll let somebody else take it. He'll let the engineers take it.
EV, you got crafting.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'll do some crafting to try to run hoses through
Okay.
where I've set up.
Well, you've seen 2 different ways of not to do it. So hopefully I help eliminate some non-options.
We'll say you're working with the engineers, so give a +1 bonus to this as well.
All right, so 17 plus 1
18.
plus
Plus 3.
2 for my.
Yeah.
I've set up the system, so
You're good.
20.
Yeah, so you and the engineers find a way to, like, you create maybe like a, what do you call it, like a water tank above, and you are able to put the water in there, and you set up the hose system from that so there's pressure to come down. Cool.
Gravity, baby.
Yeah.
So you're enabling the system. Just got 1 step left. And because it's a crit success, I'm going to give you another +1 on the spray attempt. So it'll be a +4 next time that happens. I believe that's it for segment 4. So for those of you who haven't had a full night's sleep, you take a -1 penalty to your checks. This is segment 5. This is morning. Dawn breaks the next day. Before we go any further, though, I'm going to need 2 people to make me a fortitude save. That includes James and Serafina.
Oh, no.
James, you're going to have to take a -1 penalty on this because you are fatigued.
17 down to 16.
18.
James, you're 13.
Oh, that was weird.
The crafting check was still up there. It took
Oh.
a second.
Okay. All right, so that's 12.
Woohoo! Good.
Not good, he says.
Oh, yeah. Took me a while to remember. They like, what is it about these two? Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Serafina, you succeed. You are fine. You wake up. Oh, you're not awake. You're in your sleep, but I guess you wake up after this. You're awake this turn, right? You wake up. No, you feel great.
Okay, good.
Vivi, on the other hand, you are drained 1. You work through the night. You enter stage 2 of this disease. I'm going to go ahead and add that to your token. I don't think that's going to be much of an effect on your ability to make these skill checks, but it does affect like your constitution rolls. Drained is your health and vitality have been depleted. You've lost blood, life force, or some other essence. So
All my juice.
So all your constitution-based rolls and DCs, such as fortitude saves, go down by 1. You get a penalty of 1 on that. You also lose a number of hit points equal to your level times the drain value, and your maximum hit points are reduced by the same amount.
And this is not something that a healing potion or any kind of something like that could.
That's correct. This is a form of disease. So there is an
Treat
anti-plague.
condition or okay.
We can treat disease.
Yeah. If
It takes 8 hours, but
It takes 8 hours. So you could spend 2 segments treating his disease so you could get a bonus on the check. But right now it's not interfering with his work.
Okay.
I'm saying he'd tough it out anyway.
And you don't know when the next check is anyways.
Yep.
But given that last one was a full day, maybe it's another day before the next stage comes. Cool. So, Kira and Sarafina, you wake up, you're refreshed, no penalty, you're not fatigued. What do you guys do in the morning? Probably you'd be briefed on what's going on by the others.
Yeah, so the main thing we're still trying to figure out is how to get the water to the fissures and the devices.
You've got a hose, you've got a spray. No, you don't have the spray yet, and it's set up. VV has created a place where people can climb down and vantage points where they can spray the clusters. So the main thing I think you need next is the spray system, which would be a crafting check.
I can take a craft at that.
Oh, right.
Thanks, Holly.
Kira's just...
That was a
pity laugh.
A pity laugh.
Do I get a +3 to it?
You get a plus... I think we gave is another additional plus... Oh, it doesn't matter. Look at you.
Well, it could be a crit. It does matter. It always matters.
Yeah,
Jay.
I know it does. But tell the people what you rolled.
I rolled a 14 for a 24.
Shep was working through the night on this thing. Kira just strolls up and fixes something and makes the spray system, and all
And
the
then sips
engineers
my
are like,
coffee.
whoa!
Yeah, but how many projects are actually like that, where you're just banging your head against the wall trying to figure out it, and somebody with fresh eyes comes in and goes, "Well, why don't you just do this?"
You forgot to turn the little stop clock there.
Did you turn the printer on?
There's no batteries.
Yeah, it helps when you're coming off of 8 hours of sleep.
Well, you could have slept.
Also,
I
it wouldn't
could've.
just be coffee. Didn't we establish that Kira's a PSL drinker?
What is a
Pumpkin spice latte.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Exactly.
Lots of whip,
PSO?
Exactly.
It's an acronym now.
PSL. Oh,
shoot
yeah,
me
it has
now.
been forever,
Mm.
man.
I have some whipped cream
The
on
worst
my
timeline.
fur.
Yeah, little nutmeg.
Yeah, I would say so. The normal bonus to this was +3 with BB's additional +4. It is a critical success.
Woo!
A 28. And we already have a bonus, +2 bonus on destroying the clusters using the spray.
But do we have a situation? I mean, where does the salt get added? Are we putting the salt?
You haven't mixed the salt with the slag yet.
Okay.
And the slag's still at the foundry.
Oh, I thought that was all established that we were getting that over there.
Yeah,
I would have stayed up later to make.
You
that
mentioned
happen.
that said they would help bring it.
They would help bring it, but we got to do the roll to
Combine it
see
to
if
the
they
water.
do it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
How quickly it takes, right? I mean, because things could go wrong. The carts could break.
Okay.
Someone could catch on fire. Who knows?
It could clog the fissure.
So
into a
I
fissure.
need to go back and do diplomacy again to encourage them to hurry up and get it over to the triangle square.
They're like, oh, you needed that now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's going to be an extra surcharge on that for a rush job.
So you can either do diplomacy, which you would have a +1 check on. You could do a crafting check based on bringing the stuff here. Athletics check.
Got
Yeah,
intimidation.
athletics check. Give me a
I would
minus
also say if you decide to use carts and horses, maybe a nature check.
I'm going with
Animal handling
diplomacy
check?
on
Okay.
this
So-
because
So that's an additional +1 on this. Again, we'll just set it a standard DC for your level of 18.
Okay. Ooh, it's +1.
It's +1. So that's 17. She rolled a 16. That's missed by 1.
But I do have that one extra
Oh,
Yeah.
point that
Yeah.
I can
There you
add,
go.
so
Yeah.
I'm going to use it now.
At a girl.
Nice. Take your hero
Thanks,
point.
Pharasma.
Take your hero point.
Oh, you get a hero point.
Pharasma, as you discuss with the workers how to do it, they start falling over each other. They're
My
not
eyes
used to.
glow white, and
Yeah.
they get scared, and they.
You're overcome with inspiration, and clarity of mind comes over you, and you say the perfect words. They bring the slag to the water. You've got the water tower set up. You got the spray system. You got the hose. And yeah, I'll say people are mixing it.
Sweet.
Who's next?
Shep will lug the hoses down there with an athletic check.
Okay.
Carry him down. I am fatigued, but I forgot what the other bonuses were for this at this point.
If you're using people's help,
Oh, yeah.
you get a +1. So those two nullify each other. So we'll just give a straight up athletics check.
24.
24 is a success. The hoses are successfully brought down underneath into this chamber. The work is ready to begin. You got 20 clusters to destroy. VV, you got anything?
Can I start destroying a cluster?
Yep. So I would take, let's see, I would take athletics check as you spray the hose around if you want, which you do. You
Looks
definitely
like
want
another
athletics.
leshy vine.
Yeah.
You get a +4 in this check.
Ooh, that's
Ooh,
good.
nice.
19 on the die. That'll be 32.
I lowered the DC to 18 from like 35 because you're using salt water. 32 is a critical success.
Awesome.
3 clusters destroyed.
Yes.
Yay.
Marth.
I'm still asleep.
Oh, okay. Marth, sleep. Excellent. We move to segment 6. This is 10 to 2 in the afternoon. Let's start with VV. I assume you want to destroy more clusters.
Yeah, I would not stop.
Mm-hmm.
Again, -1 to this check, but a +4. So total +3.
Ooh, 17.
17 plus 3 is 20. You destroyed
Minus
2
one.
clusters. You're down to 15.
Can I help
Yep.
do the same?
You can do the same. Yep. Go ahead and make me that athletics check.
Still just a flat one for me?
Just you are fatigued as well. So a -1, but you also get a +4. So this is a +3 to your check.
22.
Nice.
2 is a success. 2 more clusters are destroyed. What is that? Total of 7 done? 13 left. Kira?
Let me have a turn.
All right.
I'm going to try.
Give me an athletics check.
And I get
You have
plus
to put
4
down
'cause
your
I'm not
coffee.
fatigued.
Put down your latte.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how do you control this thing?
You're
I
shooting
rolled-
everywhere.
Hold on. I don't think it gave me the plus 4.
It
She's
didn't,
just
so that was a
spraying
10,
us
but
instead.
14.
Well, that
14.
feels refreshing.
Oh, salt water is not
Well,
good for
yeah.
plants.
All right, but you didn't critically fail, which is important here.
Yep, good.
All right, who's next? I think Seraphina's wide awake. You want to do something?
Oh, are we on a new round now?
Yep.
Gosh, I don't even know what I can do.
I mean, right now they're
Try
destroying
those.
clusters if you want to try that.
Sure.
That's an athletics check.
No, I don't want to do that. Can
I'd
I
also allow like an improvised attack. So you wouldn't have proficiency on top of it. So it would be your dexterity bonus added to a DC 20 plus 4.
I mean, could I do crafting to like maintain the system that they have going? Like keep an eye out for where it's losing pressure or leaks or
Sure. I would say, yeah. And if you succeed on this, I'll give one person, I forget what we call it in Pathfinder, one person advantage on the
Yeah.
destroy cluster roll.
Cool.
all right. Well, this, I mean, I don't know how this is going to go, but it's better than athletics. 16?
16. And what are you doing exactly?
I'm just troubleshooting, maintaining, like watching the pump system and making sure, like catching a leak if the hose starts to slip out or.
Even if you're doing this with the engineers where you would get Mars +1 bonus, it's still a fail.
Okay.
So nothing happens. It's not a critical fail. So you're not actually creating
I'm just not
punctures.
helping. I'm
Right.
getting in the way a little. Yeah.
You're
That's
trying real
on
hard.
brand. On brand.
Marth, you wake up. You were refreshed.
I've got 2 thoughts on it. The first one would be to basically try and take out a cluster, but I would like to make an argument for using acrobatics in that I would want to go down through the fissure and like hook into the lead climb thing. So it's less about like controlling it into one specific spot because I'm so high up on the wall that, I was able to, get up there and spray around.
Totally accept that. Yeah, like trying to keep your balance, right? That's a acrobatic thing. Yeah, give me an acrobatics check. DC 18 again. And you would get a +4 on this because you are rested and we're established all the other pluses for destroying clusters. So give me a acrobatics +4.
Mars still can't climb.
Well, but it's a 14 plus 4 is
Oh,
an
yeah.
18.
18 is a success. 2 more clusters destroyed.
You just have to climb first thing in the morning when you're rested.
Mhm.
Problem before you were climbing at night.
That's right. That is the end of segment 6. We go to the next afternoon. This is like 2 to 6, the late afternoon. Already you've destroyed 9 of these things. You have 11 left. However, time is running down. This is the 7th segment. You only have a few left before the entire hive wakens. Although the numbers are pretty reduced. Who would like to go next? You want to start with VV again with the
Yeah,
old
I'm
cluster
all-
destruction? You take a -1 to this check, but a total of +3.
17, so 20.
20 is a success. You destroy 2 more clusters.
Shep continues blasting.
Shep, give me that athletics check. This is a +3 total.
18.
18 plus 3 is 21. That's a success. 2 clusters destroyed. And they melt away on the side of this thing, and the creatures inside them, they fizzle and smoke like you're pouring acid on something. They just wash down the wall into the depths below, filtering through the fissures in the rock, staining them blue probably, right? What are we at?
I'm trying to watch their form, and I'm going to try again to mimic it. So +4 to this roll. Ooh, 18 on the
very
die,
nice.
so 28 total.
Let's see. How many clusters have we done so far? 3, 5, 7, 9, 11.
We were at 13, then
13.
11,
13.
then 9. There should be not. You both got 2,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so then we should be at 9.
Okay. This is critical success. 3 clusters are destroyed. We're down to
Down to
6.
6 remain.
Martha and Serafina, what do you guys want to do? Martha, you want to do that acrobatics check again?
Mm-hmm.
All right, give me that roll. You're fully rested. You rolled a 16, but you get a +4.
So 20.
20 is a success. 2 clusters.
4.
Ooh.
Serafina.
Can I use medicine to make sure that everybody is hydrated and fed and, keeping their strength up and just kind of bringing
Yeah,
granola bars
yeah,
and
yeah.
We don't want to eat in these
If-
conditions.
If you succeed, you can choose one of Shep or BV and nullify their fatigue condition for
Oh.
1 action.
Nice.
If you critically succeed, both of them will get 1 action with no fatigue. benefit.
Okay.
Ooh.
And VV also has the disease, right?
Akata baby.
Yeah.
The Akata baby.
Yeah. It's not, the disease isn't affecting him, but he is like he looks tired. He's sweating. He's pale.
He's juicing.
He's juicing.
You're white
Okay.
grapes
I'm
now.
drooping. My vines.
He's got dew all over his leaves.
And do I add anything to this besides?
Medicine check? No, this would be just straight up. Try to hit a DC 18.
And even if you tried, Shep would wave
Oh,
you off.
19.
For
All right,
giving
who's getting
anything
the
to him.
bonus?
I'll give it to Shep.
He would try to wave you off and
Yeah,
give it to
I know.
But then
that's-
he would be like, no, you take it.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
All right, Shep
But then
loses the
mom voice
Alright.
comes out. It's like,
fatigue
take
on his
it.
next roll.
Yeah. Appreciate it. Thank you.
We go to the next segment. This is night falls. We'll say like from 8 to, hang on, no, I'm bad at military time. This is 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. at night.
18 to 2200.
At this point, Shep is so soaked. Like everything's wrinkled / hurts because it's covered in salt water.
That's what
Yeah.
you get for being a hero. Go to sleep.
And he's basically just being held on by the ropes. Like he's basically kind of like nailed to this wall after firefighting for, what is it, 12
Yeah,
plus
12
hours.
12 hours.
He's feeling a little bit zombie-ish too, but he's gonna continue.
He's like, give me the hose. Put it in my hand.
He probably doesn't even say all that much. He's just doing more than anything. It'd be +1 on top of that if he's not fatigued anymore.
So 25.
I think that's it, isn't it? Isn't that 20? That's 2 clusters.
We had 2 more.
We had 2 more? So
Yeah.
4 more? Okay.
VV will finish him off.
All right, I'll finish him off. Try my best. I'm like just hanging by my vines. 14 plus 4,
Plus
plus
3
would be 17.
17 is a fail.
Oh.
Just too
I
tired.
can't even hold my. I'm like, I got nothing.
Okay, I guess I will try.
All right, you've been rolling good, John. Come on. You can do it. Nope,
Oh.
you can't.
I use that second hero point.
Oh, yeah, the
There
second
we go.
one.
He's still waking up, guys. Give him a minute.
Give him, quick, Kira, give him your pumpkin spice latte.
No, I made this.
There's one set
better.
of Akata cocoons under an overhang that needs someone to daringly go out over the edge and spray.
I got 23 plus 3, so 26.
26, actually +4 because you are not fatigued like the others.
Oh, so 27.
27. You clear up the last of these cocoons.
Yay!
Woo!
And yeah, you wash them down the side of the wall. Look with some satisfaction. Here, this can't be the end. This can't be the end, but it is. You yank on the rope twice, and they pull you up. Faces expectant towards you. What do you say?
This house is clean. But a more serious, actually, like,
Yeah.
we got them all. It's crisis averted, or, well, Obviously, we had the other crisis, but that happened. But this new one, it's good. Everybody, your teamwork has been amazing. Coming together as a community in this time of need, my heart is bursting. We took care of each other. The threat is taken care of. We'll clean up some other time. Everybody, please get some sleep. And we'll figure out what the future of the 7th Ward is tomorrow.
And our camera will pull back. We see Marth standing on a pile of rubble surrounded by upturned faces, grimy, filthy from all across the ward. People are holding torches up, right? This is kind of like that, all working through the night rescue operation. There's this ring of light focused on Marth, but you can see VV, the Vendetta Verde, and the Warden and the Witness fully, in their superhero outfits, working hand in hand with people, everyone shoulder to shoulder looking up. And as he says this, our camera pulls back. You hear 7th Ward strong. 7th
There
Ward
it is, strong.
7th
Ward strong.
And we'll end our session there.
Hey, good work, everybody. That was awesome.
Woo!
Shep slinks to the nearest alley, passes out to the sound of 7th
Hey,
Ward
we
strong.
got salt. Let's have margaritas.
Just smiling under his mask.
We got toxic salt.
Isn't it dirty salt? Yeah.
We move through the blocks when the sun drops low. Black mask, steel hearts, that's how we roll. Every corner got a devil trying to claim his space, but we break those axes, keep them off our base. Third person view, but we living it real. Street prophets with a purpose make the wicked ones kneel. Fire breathing demons try to torch our hood. We stand as the barrier between evil and good. Community first, the code we live by. War protect us to the day that we die. No capes on our backs, but we heroes just the same. Fighting in the alleys where nobody knows our name. We the ones who hold the line when darkness falls and stars don't shine. Vigilante justice in the dead of night, breaking demon weapons by the street light. Every soul we save is worth the risk we take. Heavy is the burden for the people's sake. They don't see us coming, but they feel the change. Mysterious guardians keeping safe their range. From the projects to the avenue, we make our rounds. Silent as the wind, deadly as the sounds of axes hitting pavement when we break their grip. Demons lose their power when we make them slip. Ward defenders, that's what we claim to be. Fighting for the innocent, keeping our city free. We the ones who hold the line when darkness falls and stars don't shine.